You know, that's not it, because Jose is 252 miles off our coastline, some 430 miles from Raleigh, North Carolina, far enough away where we will not see any impacts from this system. But the system isn't going away just yet. It's going to do another loop. That would be the second loop-de-loop, U-turn, whatever you want to call it, that Jose has done in its lifetime over the past week and a half or so. So let's get through tomorrow. It's the last Tuesday of summer. Today was the last Monday of summer. Fall starts on Friday. We'll get out the door tomorrow morning as you leave for work and school with 64 degrees, right where we were this morning. 70 by 9, close to 80 by lunchtime. We'll keep it dry throughout the day with mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies and a high of 85. And as we look at the big picture across the eastern seaboard, there's only really two things going on. There's Jose, which again is still a Category 1 hurricane, and then there's a weak area of high pressure. That's going to kind of keep us dry and rather pleasant the next few days. Might allow us to sneak up to near 92 later this week. But the latest from the National Hurricane Center and the United States Air Force, their hurricane hunters still out there right now in Jose. Winds have held tonight at 75 miles per hour. It was stationary for a bit, but has resumed that northerly motion. For now, remember, we expect it to do a loop-to-loop, close enough to the coast to still have tropical storm warnings. And that means they could see 30 to 40 mile per hour winds, 6 to 10 foot waves, and dangerous rip currents. And as we dial in live now, check out some of our wind gusts. These are the only ones picking up right now. Manio, about a 40 mile per hour gust. Kill Devil Hills, Hatteras Island, about 24 to 25. Everyone else not really recording gusts, so it's some isolated winds that we're seeing along our coastline. But here is the latest track. Expected to continue that northerly motion, still as a Cat 1 hurricane tomorrow, then weakening in this much cooler water up here, and then doing that U-turn through the weekend. So it's going to take a while. So this one's going to hang around a while. That actually could be good when it comes to the path of Maria. The hurricane hunters still in Maria tonight as well. Earlier it became a Category 5 with 160 mile per hour winds. Here's what the computer models are saying tonight. Again, those hurricane hunters are out there collecting very important information. We feed it into the computer models, and here's what they're saying tonight through Friday. A lot of consensus, a lot of tightly clustered lines through Friday. That tells us there's a lot of confidence in the forecast. I do not want you to pay attention to these lines here in the bottom because they didn't even get it right to start. So how can they be right to go? And I tell you that because look what they do. They pull it into the Carolinas. Not even close to paying attention to that one. But look at the clusters spreading out a little bit, and tonight they've moved off to the east just a little bit. And I think we'll be happy to see what the official track from the Hurricane Center does. Unfortunately, going to be a disaster for the islands and the Leeward Islands and on into Puerto Rico. Weakening some possibly, but still a major hurricane. I want to put in the center line because this goes out, remember, to Saturday. That's in red. The 5 o'clock update, the previous update, is in white. And while it wasn't a big shift, there is a little shift to the east. Lots of little shifts can add up and be good in the long term, but we still have to wait. We're not going to know exactly what this thing is going to do probably until Wednesday night or Thursday when it comes to the East Coast. Remember, two areas of high pressure, one steering Maria, another going to turn Jose around, but Maria is going to look for a weakness in between those areas of high pressure, which Jose could be making. Two possibilities here as Maria continues to move on to the northwest. One, if Jose hangs around or if Jose moves out. We actually want Jose to hang around, make that weakness weaker in between the highs, and that'll allow it to turn more north, Maria staying away from us. If Jose goes away, that high pressure fills in, maybe steers it more to the west. Again, still a lot could happen, but this is what it could look like. With Maria off our coastline and Jose still around, Maria could kind of bat this back to the west as Maria pulls out. That is one of many possibilities, but it's something we'll be watching for over the next couple of days. In the meantime, no impacts here for the next several days, but we've got mid-80s tomorrow, guys. Then we're close to 90 by Wednesday and Thursday. A small chance of rain Thursday. Cooler on Friday as fall officially begins. In the first weekend of fall, guys, highs in the low 80s with maybe some small chances of rain creeping in next week.